20 kilometers in, hinging in the hips, dragging the bar down your legs. 13 kilometers in. Hello, welcome back to my channel, and I am re-recording this intro because I actually accidentally deleted the files of the last one, and I have always been that person that had thought when other people had deleted videos, I'm like, how do you accidentally delete? Because you have to double delete videos. Well, I did it. I'm one of those now, and I'm very disappointed in myself because it was a lot of footage. It also included my long run, my second last long run now, but not to worry, I filmed my long run this morning, so you'll still get to see that. It's actually longer than the last one, and you'll see how I prep for it and whatnot. This vlog is, if you've not already read the title, which is weird because usually they do, I'm going to show you how I balance my training while I'm training for a half marathon trail run, 2 weeks and 4 days on New Year's Eve to make it easier for you to know when that is, and then several weeks after that I'm going to do a full marathon, but that one's not a trail run. I won't keep you long, I'll let you go watch the video that I've already pretty much filmed all of. I start off with some climbing, so yes, that was the same day as my last long run, which was 16 kilometers. It's just, 10 hours apart or so. So enjoy that, and I'll talk to you later when you've caught back up to Friday. Good morning. It's 4:39 AM. Let's go train upper body. It's just a wee bit chilly out, so I'm walking to the gym in my activewear, but I got my trackies and my jumper over the top. That's from yesterday's little fall. I'm not going to film my entire session because I put it all in the last vlog, so you can just go watch that, but I'll just film little bits here and there, starting with pull-ups. That felt really hard, probably because I climbed yesterday. Wearing indefinable label, shorts and sports bra plus a random singlet, I don't know. So this vlog specifically is about how I'm balancing like all the different training and then life in general. And so my biggest advice is always wait. This is
always wait. That's the
always wait. Is always
just like that.
Wait. They don't love me like I love you. Is always to, firstly have friends that like doing the same thing as you, because I was able to go see him when we were just training separately, but still training in the same vicinity at the gym. And now we're walking together for him to go to work and I'm going to go back home and work. So
synchronicity.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was able to do my training session and see my partner all in one and still have time to go do the rest of my day, because it's, what time is it?
Nearly 6:30.
Nearly 6:30. Oh my God, look at us. So productive. I'm currently feeling pretty productive. I've been doing online work for a couple of hours after the gym and then went to pick up a package, which was hopefully the last samples, just a couple, like just the shorts and the leggings for the next females collection for ITL. And yeah, hopefully they're the last samples. There are some changes on the shorts. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wear them on my run tomorrow morning and see how that goes. Shit, that was my phone, I think. And then with the leggings, there's some changes that need to be made, and actually I think that they might have done things like change things that we didn't ask for. So I'm just gonna send them to my designer. I'll measure them myself, but I'm gonna send them to her just so that all of the measuring points are exactly the same each time, like for continuity, consistency, whatever. The actual reason I came on was to show you my snack, my favorite snack for a while and currently is apple. I have red apple and then some Mavis natural peanut butter. Just dip it in. So good. Not for now, but for later. 2 kilometers in. Okay, so I have gone for my run. Darren, that was a bit difficult, lemon difficult. Yeah, I really wanted to stop. I really wanted to use the excuse of I need to go to the bathroom, which I kind of did. Like, I would have liked to at one stage. I would have been like, yeah, I could go to the bathroom right now. So I was like, yeah, maybe because I also want to stop, I'll use that to be able to go and stop, go to the bathroom, then come back, feel refreshed. But because my reason was probably more than 50% the fact that I just wanted to stop, not quit early, but just, you know, have a break, I told myself no, because there was my ego and it was just me wanting to not quit, but, you know, stop early and then have a break and get back into it. And for the sake of the workout, it was a tempo workout, so the aim of it is to run faster for a longer period of time. It would have not been productive for that specific style of run. It wouldn't be the end of the world. You're allowed to stop on runs, you're allowed to have breaks, you're allowed to, you know, go to the bathroom, whatever. But because that was a tempo run, so the aim is to go at that speed for a certain amount of time. Also because I knew I just wanted to tap out and like have a break because it was hard, and not because I was done or I needed a break, but just because it was hard. So I said, no, Hayley, you don't need to go to the bathroom that badly. Keep going. Don't use that as an excuse and push through. So it was 1K cool warm up and then 7 kilometers at a tempo pace of 5:35 to 5:50 minutes per kilometer, and then a 1K cool down. And I'll be honest, there is parts of me, and especially right after or during that run, where I'm like, fuck, this feels hard, and this isn't even considered fast. Like, I mean, obviously depends, it's very subjective, but like, it felt fast for me to be able to hold that for 7 kilometers, and like, it was hard, but it's not what other people that I follow, or like even my partner, like, it's just so fast. And I know genetically other people are gonna be faster than me, but also because of the work that they've done before me or more than me, like, people earn that as well, and I haven't earned that yet. So, and also the genetics thing, so like, I can't, you know, blame anyone or myself for that. I can only control that, and I know that's just like my ego, and I just gotta be like, Hayley, you're not slow, you're not fast either, and if you want to be fast, work for it. And so I am working for it, and don't be a sad sack about it, just keep working for it, because it's not that deep. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, there's just definitely that part of me that's like comparing myself and thinking I'm not good enough in that way, and it's just because I'm not as fast as I want to be. But I'm sure that as soon as I get to as fast as I want to be at this stage, I'm going to want to be faster. So I've got to get used to that feeling of not being where I want to be in this way, because I mean, I'm like that in a lot of other areas of life, and I see it in a healthy way, but this was bugging me. But anyway, we worked through it, and I'll be right. After my run, I got to hang out with Luke for a little bit longer, and then I went for a walk with my neighbour Beck, just around the block for like an hour, for a little bit, and then now I'm back, about to do some work. I've got a lot of work to do today, and then plus taking some classes, like coaching some classes at F45 tonight, so it'll be a big day ahead. That's why I'm like starting kind of a little bit later, kind of like my day of work. So it's 9:30 now. I'm gonna start some work and then just work until
8 p.m.
Welcome to Wednesday. I am about to train legs. We're starting off with Bulgarian split squats, and I'm going to take you through my entire session today. Even the rep and set ranges. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Okay, so for this exercise, we have 8 reps, 3 sets, 8 each side, 3 sets, Bulgarian split squats, and just holding onto 2 dumbbells. So the way that I like to structure myself for the Bulgarian split squats with dumbbells is have one horizontal of the one where there's a gap in my leg, essentially just replacing the weight of that leg, and then the other one just on the side so I don't hit myself. And then going down and pushing back up through the outside L of my foot. So through the heel and the outside of the foot, and keeping my knee in line with my leg. It's hard to talk and exercise at the same time. And keeping my knee in line with my foot. Hinging in the hips, pushing up through the foot, squeezing up underneath your glute, keeping it straight back. I do take just a little bit of rest between my unilateral exercises, especially in the lower body, because you're still getting taxed, and you want to go into each set as fresh as possible. Like, you're going to be fatigued, but you don't want to be overly fatigued to the point where you can't perform. All right, second exercise, we're going into Romanian deadlifts. We're doing 3 sets of 10 reps. So this is my first set. It's not technically a warm-up set because I just don't really need one today. Why do extra when it's just not going to be productive? So always do what is productive. If it's more productive to do a warm-up set that's super light, then do it. I sometimes do, in like probably 70% of my sessions I do, or only maybe for some exercises, definitely not for all, never for all. But by now, after working all day with exercises, all day, like all morning for 4 or 5 hours, whatever it is, and then my first exercise, like, I'm sweet. So I've got 75 kilos on the barbell right now, and then I'm going to jump back up to a potential PB if we hit it, but I reckon, fuck that noise, let's hit it. So I'm going to try to talk you through some form for this first set, as it is kind of not a warm-up, but not the fullest of working sets. I'm using lifting straps from the Lifting Corporation. All right, locked in. Oh, fuck, that feels heavy. Okay, walking back. All right, lock yourself into the floor. Shoulders are back, hinging in the hips, dragging the bar down your legs, and squeeze up underneath your glutes. Breathe in, brace. Okay, not gonna lie, that felt really hard. My PB is 80 kilos for 10 reps. That's what I got last week. So I'm gonna try for 82 this week. Oh, that's 75, and that felt hard. All right, we got 7 reps, not 10, but fuck. Yeah, nah, if I pushed that any further, I was worried for my core and my back, my cack. It is pre-period week, so, it's usually when I feel a bit weaker. Now we are onto cable abduction. So we're doing 3 sets, single leg of 12 reps each side. So let's do it. I like to go on a slight bit of an angle rather than directly straight out. I want to work this muscle here, so I have to be pulling from the opposite direction of that muscle and driving with my heel, keeping my knee in line with it, not dropping it. It's very hard to do that anyway, but keep my leg in line, driving out with my heel. So I'm facing a little bit more that way than I would if I wanted to go directly straight out. And it's almost halfway between a kickback and an abduction, more toward the abduction side, of course, because you are doing an abduction. You're just twisted slightly. Bracing, I'm only holding on for stability, and I'm keeping my hips level. I'm not twisting, tilting rather. I've lost count. I think that's like 6, 7,
9, flex the foot. 10. And with this one as well, I also, even though it might feel like you don't need it, I also have a bit of a break in between, because if not, you'd probably notice that your next side feels a lot harder, and it might still feel a bit harder, maybe because you've got imbalances, but also because you're then now stabilizing on a leg that you've just worked out. So it's going to be more fatigued. So I give myself a little bit of a break, not too long, like 30 seconds or so. Swapping over, of course. Other side, this is what it looks like from the back. It's actually not as glamorous as it might look as kickbacks, because kickbacks from certain angles, you can make your glutes look huge. But right now, I can't actually see, but my glutes probably look super square, probably not really juicy at all, but I don't care because I'm working muscle here. I'm not looking for big juicy glutes, although that could be a byproduct of training glutes, but it's a lot to do with the body fat that you have in that area. Oh, fuck. And in terms of personal preference, I like to hold that muscle to really enforce mind-muscle connection. Oh, mine's very good though. I've had many years of practice, but yeah, honestly, just the top tip for mind-muscle connection, try flexing, especially for upper body. If you struggle, this is something I told all my PT clients when I did in-person personal training. A lot of them, especially beginners, they couldn't engage their lats. They really struggled to during even single arm lat rows or pull downs or anything, because they're not used to engaging that muscle in any term. So that way, flexing and like lat spreads, I always recommend for people to do. And even just other people I've met, they're like, oh, I struggle to engage my lats or even do a lat spread. I'm like, that, they're probably correlating with each other. Practice. You don't have to be a bodybuilder, just practice flexing. Because it's not just about what it looks like. It can be as, like that is flexing there. I'm flaring my lat out, I'm flexing it. I don't have to be doing a whole like routine. It's just practice engaging the muscles without adding load to it. Because then it just adds pressure and you think that you've got to perform in a certain way. Just flex. Flex on them. Well, reality has struck. I have been just sitting on my phone for 10 minutes because I just got a notification from my designer saying to check my emails. I hadn't like seen anything come through, but there was a lot of, three urgent things to respond to in regard to my next collection with Indefinable the label. Anyway, responded to those, and obviously I've been working all morning, so I couldn't. That's just the reality of it sometimes. So I am feeling a little bit, I'm almost cooled down, but not quite. So I've got 2 more sets of that still. I haven't done any more since I filmed my last set, but yeah, I'm fully rested, so my legs shouldn't hurt. Should be able to smash it out. But yeah, it's very exciting stuff. It was about poly bags because they don't have enough, and they were supposed to, well, they're ready to pretty much ship my bulk production of the men's soon-ish, but they don't have enough poly bags, so I had to order more or have only some of them or most of them in branded poly bags that are like recyclable or like compostable, and you can use them again if you want, but like it's not really at the same time. The sticky stuff doesn't stay there, but the mailer bags, yes, you can reuse them, but these stuff are just compostable, or get, some of them all just in regular plastic bags. I'm like, well, not regular plastic bags, but you're regular poly mailers that are just regular plastic. I'm like, no, because then it's not recycled and it's also not branded. It just looks cheap. No, I'd rather wait another month, just under a month. Anyway, let's get back to working out. We're back for the next exercise. Last leg exercise, actually. All right, so we're doing a single leg glute bridge, a little bit elevated. This is not ideal. I don't want a Bosu ball situation, but all the benches are way too high. It's just like, you've got to find your happy medium. Yes, anyway, squeeze up through the glutes. And we're going to do 12 of these each side. The Bosu ball definitely adds another level of intensity. My right side is so much stronger. And then just while I'm here, next exercise, I kind of switch between any kind of core exercise. Today, I'm going to do crunches. So what I see often is people just like throwing their neck forward. So rather than that, you want to actually bring your shoulder blades off the floor and think about crunching forward, actually using your core. So it's not going to look pretty necessarily, depending on what you consider pretty, but you're going to crunch together and you actually should feel it. It shouldn't be too easy. Control your way up and down. And although I'm not finished, that is the workout. I will do 12 reps and 3 sets of those crunches, or maybe more, maybe 15 reps. 12 to 15 reps, 3 sets of those crunches, then I shall stretch, and then I shall take another class, coach another class, whatever, before I go climbing with Luke, and then I've got cardio to do. Bonjour. Okay, it's 2:21 p.m. I am about to go recovery because today is a full rest day, and I just honestly, I don't feel like I need this like recovery thing, like the hot cold pools. I don't feel like very sore or anything, but I feel like maybe tomorrow I might be sore, and tomorrow's my long run. Don't want to be sore. And although this stuff's not magic, I feel like I need to get out of my head and relax. So maybe my body is actually more stressed than I think because it's manifesting in my head, and I'm just overthinking a lot today, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go do this for my mind and my body, and then hopefully be able to come back by like 4 p.m. or something, be back home and have a fresh head to get back to work. So I just did 4 minutes in the cold one, and then now I'm doing 4 minutes in the hot one. Kind of easy, way easier than last time. I feel fine. It's good though. I'm 13 kilometers in. Almost there, kind of. No, look, I think it was just the last 3 kilometers that really made the whole thing, like made me be able to say that the run was hard. But 3 kilometers, I don't know how much of it that is, but it's not even a quarter. Maybe it's a fifth, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was actually really good. The first 9 kilometers, I was like, yeah, sweet, I'll stop, go to the bathroom, and then have my gel, and I did. Yeah, the next kilometer after that, I was like feeling a little bit rough. Like I feel like I cooled down a little bit too much because I went to the bathroom and took my gel at the same time. Whereas last time on my long run for the 16Ks, I went to the bathroom at like 6K, and then I took my gel at 8 point something K, like about halfway for that one. So I wasn't stopping for as long each time, but this one I felt like I cooled down a little bit, not completely. The wind was kind of nice though, to be honest. Like it was hard to run against, but
it was nice breeze. I think I was just like fatigued by that point, which is normal, and that's like why I'm training and it's not supposed to ever feel easy, so like I can't complain about anything there. The last 3 kilometers just felt like hard, and I was like, you know, I'd be able to finish now and be pretty exhausted, but yeah, in that last 300 meters I had to stop like every 100 meters for about like 2 seconds, just because I had really, like right there, I had really bad cramps, like not period cramps, but just like a stitch, I guess, not a cramp, I don't know, but yeah, so painful. Never had anything so painful. Not the same, not at all like period cramps, like an actual stitch, but just like really bad, where to the point where I was running through the pain, I was like, ah, but I had to stop 3 times, so it got so bad that I could not move 3 times. Yeah, it was really bad. Long runs, you gotta get done early, especially if you work 9 to 5 or anything. Like, luckily I'm just working for myself today, but yeah, that's why I had to move my long run to Friday rather than on the weekend, because I'm working both days on the weekend, and then I've got like activities, like things planned in the afternoon, and I don't want to run at night time for 2 hours or at like 2 a.m. before work. No. Okay, we have reached the end of yet another video. I am having my early dinner slash just like food, another meal, and then I'll have another meal later. Anyway, it's like 4 p.m, 4:20, done my recovery, all my training thus far. All I have to do for the rest of the week training wise is a full body session tomorrow morning. I'll climb tomorrow afternoon, and then I've got a 4-kilometer run on Sunday. So that'll bring me to 31 kilometers of running this week, plus 3 weight training sessions and 2 climbs. So I hit 1 to 3 climbs per week, and last week was 3, this week's 2, the previous week from last week was 2, so it seems to be a 2-3, 2-3, 2-3, or whenever I end up going with Luke. I haven't gone climbing alone in a while. I just go with people now, which is fun. I find that the most fun, because then you get to like challenge each other, help each other, have someone to laugh slash cry with. Yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some good insight in how I'm balancing my training, and although I have a very fortunate lifestyle in that like a lot of the work I do is for myself or at a gym, so that helps with like fitting in the gym. I don't have to travel to a gym. I do usually, lately I have been traveling to a different gym than the one that I work at to train, but that's a luxury that I can afford as well, because I work for myself outside of that. But managing a business also then, as you saw, can mean sacrificing some parts and some momentum in your training sessions because you've got urgent emails to respond to, stuff like that. But that can also happen in regular life as well, not just in business. But this is just how I balance it. I hope you enjoyed. I will pick up another vlog next week, I'm sure. I am almost 2 weeks out from the half marathon, which I will document, as well as obviously the rest of my training for the full marathon. But yes, I shall enjoy this, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and have a fantastic day.